Check it out, y'all. Yo, yo, yo. I don't stop all night long. I don't stop. People, are you ready? Well, alright, y'all. Check it out now. Check it out now. Check it out now. Well, alright, y'all. Check it out now. Check it out now. Check it out now.
Hi guys, so British back again. Just a short update before I do the full video. I made a small mistake, my fault. I worked out the amount of XP I would need to unlock these three vehicles, 61,850. But I wrote it down originally as 69,000. I don't know why. I made the mistake. My fault. I probably added in the amount I needed for the guns, and it just went through my head. Okay, what I wanted to say was, I'm doing on my road to the IS-4. I unlocked the KV-1. I researched all the parts I needed, the 85mm gun, and then later I researched the 122mm gun just to see the difference between the 85mm and the Derp 122. Been playing some games, 79 games, about 53.2%, around 54%. It goes up and down depending on the teams. What I wanted to do is something you should do if you're doing the same as me, if you're grinding through. As soon as you have enough XP, I have 73,355 at the moment. As soon as you have enough XP to research the next vehicles, then you should, now 30th vehicle, you should research the vehicles. The reason being exactly this. Elite status acquired. KV-1 acquired elite status. Elite status is given to the vehicles with all available modules and technical branches researched. Combat experience earned on elite vehicles can either be converted to free experience for gold or used to accelerate crew training with the accelerate crew training option. Now that is something I wanted to do, I should have done earlier. Okay, so now I've researched all the modules and I've researched the tanks that continue in this line. So let's go back to my tank. Here, right, top right, now you will see, because it's an elite, this symbol here means it's now an elite tank, I can put an arrow and accelerate crew training. Spend all experience earned on this vehicle on crew training. The least experience, okay, so I want to train my crew, because I'm putting this crew into my next vehicle. As soon as I've elited it, I want to put the maximum amount into the crew to train them. Now, I could buy the T-150 straight off. I could buy this now and then just move the crew. So you might say, okay, so why should I accelerate the crew? Sorry, come back to the guys. Why should I accelerate the crew training on a KV-1 when I'm going to play the T-150? Good question. It depends how you want to grind. You see, I like to play the games and then I'm not grinding every tank and exact the right moment to move the next tank. I mean, like if I don't move exactly when I have to, yeah, as in like I could buy the T-150 now and move right now. Sometimes it helps to gain a little bit more experience. Sometimes it helps to build up a bit more crew skills. In the tank, you've got fully upgraded and you're used to playing. Because if I normally jump into T-150, this one here, with only the experience, enough experience to unlock the tank, I'm going to start with a fully standard tank. And I'm not going to have enough experience at the start to push here. So the crew that I put into this tank, I want to be the best crew possible. Basically, it's up to you. You can either jump straight across, say, okay, I've unlocked the T-150, let's go, and then you can drop your crew, retrain them, put them in buy the T-150, put them in the T-150, then continue. Or you can play a few more games. If you're quite good and quite comfortable with the tank, more crew skill and then move them. Yeah. Plus the fact, normally, see, I've got 11,505 that I can use free XP which I can convert. If you want to use gold, I can convert that to free experience. This 11,505, even though it's 460 gold, it will, I mean, I have enough in it, but it would, in a normal circumstance, it would pay for example, let's have a look, the tracks and the first engine, the upgraded engine. Or you could buy the tracks and you could buy the upgraded gun. If you're going to start with a stock tank, if you can unlock as much as possible before you start playing, and obviously the better the tank will be and easier to play. So that's 5,000, 9,000, 11,000. I haven't quite got enough for the turret, but if you can see, if I start, buy the tracks, buy the gun, I need to maybe 5 games and I can afford to buy the turret. And then another, with 14,000, maybe another 10 to 15 games, I can buy the top gun for the tank. So it all helps grind smoother, grind quicker, and improve your enjoyment. If you drive a stock tank in a game and you are bottom tier, you will not enjoy the game at all. Okay? So I forgot to do that, and now I've done it. I've shown you what you can do, what you should do. Accelerate crew training. If you accelerate crew training, of course, you don't gain as much XP. You won't have as much to convert. So it's up to you, basically. I would go first, accelerate crew training, because you don't want to spend gold, probably. So let's get the crew trained. Let's not worry about converting to gold. Or you can, if you've got enough gold, you can gather free experience and use it on the next tank, which shortens the length of time you have to grind the tank as a stock tank. Okay, good. The rest I'll continue later. I just wanted to put that information in. I'm going to play a few more games now, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, hi, so British back again. I've played a few more games in my KV1. I'm up to the point now where I converted the extra experience I had. I needed 14, let me have a look at my sheet, 14,960 to do this. Okay, where's my T-150? Let's preview it. I haven't bought it yet. Okay, let's preview it. What I needed to do, oh, sorry, let's go back. Okay, sorry, one too many. So what I did was I calculated, I added the tier 6 gun, the tier 6 engine, and the tier 6 tracks, because when you buy the tank, it's stock and you have complete tier 5. Tier 5, apart from the first engine, which is tier 6, but it's a stock engine. So I calculated how much XP I would need to buy this one, and this one, so that when I buy the tank, I can basically use the XP I earned in my KV1 and convert it to upgrade this to a tier 6 tank. Then I just need to buy the turret, which is like 4,000 XP, which shouldn't take me too long to acquire. The difficult bit's going to be the gun, but since I've already got the 122mm or the 85mm, then at least it's got a fairly decent gun before I can get the upgraded tier 7 gun. I'll drop my crew in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look. Something you could also possibly do, if you have, let's go with the KV1. Let's drop the crew. Okay, there's a chance. I don't normally, okay, so there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one missing. Unfortunately, there's only 4 in the IS-4, but if we did this, then we go back to KV1. If I don't sell this tank, but I don't have a crew. So what I could do is, let's just try this. See how it works, okay? Never too old to learn, they say. So, no radio operator to have a loader. So I could purchase a standard radio operator, the 50% or 75% one. The crew, because they're not actually KV1 crew, they only are at 80%, but the crew member cannot make full use of his skills and perks. I'm not too sure. We're 92%. I'm not too sure how it works. I'd have to play a game. I can't play a game with a radio operator, but I'd have to play a couple of games just to see whether they can use their skills or not. I'm not sure. Okay, this is the thing I was thinking about, whether I could keep the tank, drop my IS-2 crew in there now and again. Just play the tank and see how it goes. And move the original crew onto each tank as I need them. Because these IS-2, even though they've got like lots of skills, it says they cannot use them, full use of them, but you can still use them. And I think that would be adequate. Basically, I think if I add a normal radio operator, I think this would be more than adequate, a tier 5 game. So it wouldn't be a complete stock tank. Anyway, that was just a thought. Just a thought. Put best crew, it should be my crew. Correct. Oh, what's he giving me here? Why is he giving me the put best crew? He's put the KV1 crew. That's really weird. Into the IS. Strange, do you not think? Okay, let's do trouble crew. Put own crew. Nope. I'm in IS2. Where would you put my? Okay. Ah, oh wait. My fault. Okay, this is a. I've got to drop the crew from the KV1 first, and then I can put them back into the IS-4. See, you live and learn. I didn't know. I forgot that. I just noticed that. Okay, so crew is incomplete. I've dropped the crew. I'm not. To be honest with you guys, I'm not 100% certain whether I want to sell this. It's not too bad a little tank, tier 5. You can have some fun games, and I know if I actually kept the derp gun, I might have a few fun games now and again. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I've got one vacant slot. I'm going to buy the T-150, and then once I bought the T-150, I'll leave the KV1 and decide at a later stage whether I'm going to sell it or not. So unfortunately, I'm going to need the equipment. I'm going to leave the equipment in there. Which you wouldn't normally do. If you had like 30 gold, you could demount them. As I said, I do not know what happens to the equipment if you want to sell the vehicle and the equipment still, and you've got no gold. This is a question. I haven't asked it yet. I'll have to find out. Maybe I'll ask one of my streamers later on. So let's have a look. So let's get to the tech tree. So we want to buy a T-150. So let's purchase a T-150. Okay. No crew. We don't need a garage slot, and we don't need a crew. Okay. So we want to is research the gun, research the engine, and research the tracks. Now you could, if you didn't have enough XP or extra credits, you could actually play the tank, grind it out, and then buy the extras. But I much prefer, my own playstyle is I would normally play this tank. Once it gets like a good crew and you've got everything upgraded, then I would play this tank until I have enough XP, normally to almost buy the next tank in the line, which is a T-150. I would probably earn another 10, 12, was that 12? Like 13,000 XP to buy these two, and then I would actually use this tank, fully upgraded, because a stock tank in a high tier game, it's very difficult to play. It's more frustrating than a normal tank, and you don't earn as many credits. What you notice is, I don't know, I didn't write everything down, but the amount of credits I earned to unlock all these would easily cover the amount of credits I needed to get these. So basically, I play the game so that I actually make the credits I use as free credits to continue the line, and then I'll convert them back again. Everything costs gold, I'm sorry. As I said, if you're a puritist and you don't want to use gold, then you have to grind, which isn't fun. But, you know, some people prefer that way. So let's buy the turret, we're going to buy the engine, and I'm fortunate enough that I've got loads of credits. I need 34,000, but I will play until I earn enough for the next one. Okay, so we've got the tank. Let's mount everything. I need to mount the engine. Boom, boom, boom. I need the tracks, the radio, turret, and I'm going to go for the SIS-6. I will talk about these in the previous video. Which one's the best and why? Okay, so we've got that one. Don't need that one. No. So let's go back to my garage. Here it is. To be honest with you, I think the previous turret from the KV looks better. This one's obviously more better armored turret, but the KV turret, this one just looks like a big, huge box. It's probably almost, I don't know, somebody would obviously not agree with me, but I'd say it's probably one of the ugliest tanks in this game. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Oh, sorry. It's probably one of the ugliest tanks in the game. I don't know why. It just doesn't look very nice. Okay, so now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crew. Let's just do this. Sometimes you also find, especially with the British medium lines, that the tank has 4 and the next tank has 5. So you have to buy a normal crew member to put in the next crew. So I put in our KV1 crew and they've only got 75, 83, 83, 73, 75%. I don't know whether it would be worth playing them at a lower standard. They're still better than a normal crew. Getting the repairs up to 100% or changing them to 100% in this tank and then doing that every time. I don't know whether it's worth grinding out this way and then when you finally get to the next tank, the same, put them into the next tank, the next tank, the next tank. They will probably eventually be quite high, and when I get to IS-4, train them to be in IS-4. Something I don't know. So I normally retrain them. I'm going to lose a certain amount of their skill, 85% repair skill, but at least they're trained for the tank. So let's do that so we can see how it goes. Personal file. Okay. Training. We want to put him into the T-150. There he is. Okay, so we want regimental school. Retrain to 90% for 20,000. Okay, for credits. Training. Let's have a look. 90%. Oh, 85%. Do you know what I did wrong? I did something wrong. I'll tell you what I did wrong. Okay, we can leave it at that and keep the repairs. This is a good question. Or what I did wrong was, if you open his personal file, let me just close the other one. Oh, we'll leave him open. So what you should do is reset their skills and perks. If you reset these to 90%, okay, costs you 20,000 credits. Then you retrain them to the tank you're in. Costs you 20,000 credits. But what it does is it gives you a 100% crew member. 100% crew member. We'll do that because I'm going to have to change this. The problem is with 90% crew member, he won't advance his skill until it becomes 100% again. Okay, so final value. Okay, so we'll do that one. Okay, we need to reset his to 90% credits. Okay, reset these. So now he's got no skills or perks. Modification plus 9% commander's bonus. Okay, now we'll train him to the T-150 again at 90%. Cost credits. Train. So now he is at 100% training level, 9% commander bonus, and he has a plus and a skill and perk. Okay, so now we'll go for the skill and perk. We need repairs again, and we will see select 72%. Let me just write that down. Got my piece of paper so I can put it clearly. So we had 100% crew plus 85% skill. We retrained 20,000 gold plus 20 gold credits. So finally, we ended up with a 100% crew member with a 72% skill. So 85 minus 72 is how many? 13, yes? So I lost 13%, which I'm going to have to gain. But as I said, as you go from tank to tank to tank to tank, you will eventually, hopefully, by the time I get to IS-4, I'm hoping I'll be on my second skill by the time I've done everything. So that is a proper way to do it. To retrain the crew member, it costs 40,000 credits, but he's at 100% and he has the skill. 72% is better than nothing. Okay, let's have a look. How am I going to do this one now? This is a good question. So I need to reset the skill for credits. Okay, so reset the skill. Now, as you see, is at 100%. Okay. If I had reset it for a start, it would have been, well, good, because it showed you the difference, yes? He was at 80%, no, 90%, plus 85% skill. I'm just writing this down so I can add it in later. So if I only retrain him, he was up to 90% plus 85% skill. So the question is, which you can ask yourself, okay, you can, if you only want to spend the 20,000, do you want to reset the skills or reset the training for the tank itself? If you've got 40,000 credits, then I would reset them both like I did, because a 100% crew member is all better than 90%. So basically, I would rather drop a little bit on the skills and perks, like a minor bit, and have a 100% crew member, because as soon as he gets to 100%, he will increase his skills. So 85%, personal file. Maybe for the Puritans among you, you could find out what the difference would be if you, between 90%. Okay, what would be the difference? Oh, my nose is itching. What would be the difference? Think about it. If I have a 90% crew member, but 85% skill, that means I lost 13%, okay? How would it take me, how long would it take me to go from 90 to 100% and then continue with the skill? Or is it better to go from 100% and add 13% of the skill? I don't know. It's a very good question. Maybe I'll put the, what I'll do is I'll put the question in the forum. I'm just writing everything down. I'll put everything in the forum and I will ask, and at a later stage I will add it into this video. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. It helps you to see it live. You can see the mistakes I made. You can see the ideas I have. Better for yourself. And I will ask that question in the forum later, and by the time you see this video online, hopefully I will have an answer, and I will explain and tell you why, what the difference is on what the people think. Okay, so we got this. Now we need to do the skills and perks, repairs, select. Okay, so next one, personal file. Reset the skill, 90%. You could set it to 80% for free if you've got no money. It means you will probably drop more. I'm not going to do that. Okay, reset the training. KV1 to T-150, 90%. So now I've got 100% crew member, and then reset the skill to repairs, select. There we have it. Okay, and the last one, personal file. Reset the skills to 90%. Reset. Okay. Retrain him to the T-150 yet again for 90%. If you had lots of gold, of course, you could retrain him as a gold player, as in like complete up to 100%. Or you can wait until there is a bonus on, where it's only 0.5%, 50%, costs only 50%, and you can do it that way, which is cheaper, of course. What I maybe should have done is we had a garage sale the other day. Maybe I should have bought a few more garage slots. Well, so half price. Okay, so what we got now? Animation, we need to put in that. Okay, what we're going to have? Standard, small first aid kit, small repair kit, and manual fire extinguisher. And here we have 43 of these. I don't know if I need HE11. Oh, 6. Some people actually probably fire more HE than I do. Oh, 13 is not a good number. Go for 14 instead. Remember to change this to credits and not gold. Resupply. Remember to click the resupply automatically. Resupply, make sure it's not for gold. Accept. So now I've got my basic tank. I've got my 100% crew. They are 72% skilled, and their first skill, it's fully upgraded. Check. Yep. With the this gun, fully upgraded. I should talk more about the characteristics in the start of the video. I'm doing this wrong way around, but it's just the way I'm doing it today. Okay, so we'll go for standard is the vents. I will find out as well. Okay, in the form, 2 questions. The skill or retrain and equipment when sold but no gold. Okay, what I'll do is I'll put those questions in the forum later on today, and I will find an answer, and hopefully once I come back to doing this video I can explain to you exactly the answers to those 2 questions. So equipment, what are we looking for? Let's have a look at firepower. We've got a gun pressure aiming time of 3.2. Sorry, 3.2. Okay, what's the reload time? 9.6. Both of them are quite terrible. Although 9.6 for a tier 6 depends on the damage, 225 to 375. Penetration is quite good. 6 rounds. Don't know, it's a bit slow. So if we go for large caliber gun runner, we're going to drop down the aim time. Reload time of 8.6, which is reasonable. Unfortunately, you'd probably have to buy one of these, an 8-second reload time. We're a heavy tank, so tier 6 is a reasonable amount. It's not the slowest, it's not the fastest, it's reasonable. But aiming time of 3.2 seconds, that is wild. And unfortunately, there's no way around it but to buy yourself this. Okay, time to jump in and explain a bit about the crew training and the slight mistake I made. I'll show you this. The 4 tankers in the dock presents Tanking with Science Crew Retraining. It's quite a new video. We only did it on May the 7th. I didn't see this video. Wish I had, because he explains it a lot better and he shows the mistakes I made. Let's just watch a bit. As I said, I didn't realize the mistakes.
Powiada, że nika nie pójdzie, a już najbardziej do Niemca. Odwieźlibyśmy ją tak do tych haubic w Berlinie, a stamtąd jak będą po amunicję jechali...
Hey everybody, 4 Tankers and Dog here. Today on Tanking with Science, we're going to tackle crew retraining because just recently, a good buddy...
Okay, he goes into it a lot more depth. He also gives you facts and figures, and he explains the differences between how to retrain the crew and what the effects are. Watch the video. I don't want to go into too much detail. I made mistakes, I realized them, and I want to give you the benefit of my new knowledge so you can improve and do a lot better than I did. Also, let's have a look. Just a quick look. I don't want to go into this in too much detail. Basically, the T-150 has the third highest DPM. Penetration 167 is adequate, not the best. The damage to 300 is the same, not the best, but certainly not the worst. Rate of fire is mediocre again. Reload time is the same. It's not the quickest, but not the slowest. The actual aim time is the same. It's one of the slowest in class. Accuracy is not the best. It's a mediocre tank. When you compare the stats, the main benefits, that's the speed, it's one of the slowest. Main benefits you have are, yet again, the turret pulls slightly, but depends on which way you're facing. But mainly the turret and the bounciness of the hull are the main benefits of T-150, which you will see in the videos, the gameplay videos I will show as well, how you can use that effectively. Okay, thank you. I'll go back to normal video. I'm going to turn off the camera so I can maybe talk about it, do an overlay later, narration. Okay. Okay, here we are. First game in the T-150. We're on Winterberg Standard Battle, top tier. Thankfully, although normally, as far as I remember, if you buy a new tier and you're in the game, I think the first several games, it was up to 10 games, I think, you are normally probably top tier, which helps you learn how to play the tank better. Okay, T-150, heavy tank, we're going to have to go into the middle. Actually, I found the tank to be quicker than I expected, which was unusual. I thought after the KB1, I thought this would be even slower, but it does actually seem for the T650, it does actually seem quite quick. I actually tried a lucky shot there, I think. I don't think we're spotted yet. I make a simple mistake. Shortly, yet again, I'm almost the first one to the battle. I say the T6 is quite slow. We get spotted by the Panzer. This is something I really didn't expect when I got to the corner. Otherwise, I would have played myself a little bit better and go past this bit of rubble on my left. I'm going to try and side scope shortly. And as I come up to the corner, you know, I'm slowing and getting ready for it. There's a TD facing me. I didn't expect that at all. That was a bit crazy. No TDs. I have to back up. This guy is definitely YOLO. So I changed to side scraping. I tried to cover my lower hull, as you see by the rubble in front of me. Apart from the artillery dropping a few shells on me, I'm not doing too bad. I'm dropping quite a few shells. I was overrun basically here. I'd already taken most of my hits. I didn't manage to track him. Or did I think I would have? Oh no, I actually blew him up. Sorry. The T-150 is like the KB1 basically. It does seem to bounce quite a lot, but yet again, the top of the turret is paper thin. In this game, I thought it wasn't too bad a game, but you can see my team just didn't support me. Their TD surprised us the way they were so aggressive. They YOLO'd at the front, totally unexpected. One of those games I would say this is a C server. I don't know, I didn't expect that. I don't know what to say really. I did notice though that the 150 was a bit quicker to get to the point where I wanted to go. Quicker than I expected. I thought it'd be really slow. And effective at bouncing the shots, the shells. Once I finally managed to side scrape, I did think it did quite well actually. The rest of the video I'll show and have a look at the KB1. Shortly I'll change over to see how well he's going. We are winning at the moment, or we start to win. I don't know why it's taking so long with the OI. I think I'm still a bit shell shocked from the start of the game. So I move over to look at what the KB1's doing. Switching quite well. It's quite well covered. He almost shoots the back of the Skoda. Very lucky they missed. So we're winning at this point, 11-6. The KV1 moves away shortly to a stop point. How much damage had I done? I just over 1,000 damage. Killed 2. Which in the efficiency ratings wasn't too bad, but it could have been a lot better. Basically, just didn't expect them to sneak up on us. So the battle's over. It was a victory. Let's have a look at the results panel. Mastery badge 3. For my very first game, I didn't do too badly actually. I mean, I spotted 6. Very little assist. I just was overly surprised by the 2 2Ds, or in fact 3 TDs that ran straight into the middle of the square. In general, I think the T-150 did quite well, and actually I felt quite confident in the tank after the first game. It bounced a few shots, which was something I need to be able to feel that the tank can bounce shots if I'm in a particular situation. Let's jump into the second game. Wait a second. Okay, so here we are in our second battle. It's Kharkov, standard battle, tier 6s, we're top tier. The setup was quite promising for me for my second battle. It's always nice if you can get into a few early battles where you can work out how the tank performs, how well you can do yourself. I always like it, it's easier. Okay, let's have a wait for the battle to start. I'm going to head into the center of the town. Basically, I'm going to follow the other heavies. I'm trying to find a place where to side scrape. It's always, when you're in a new tank and you're not too sure exactly where to go, it's always good to maybe follow the other heavies first to see where they set up, to see where the advantageous points are. There's a nice bit of rubble right in front of me. Felt good. Hide my lower hull. Hide my hull, side scrape. Seems like a good place to be. I think I get a good shot on the shoulder. Testing out, see how it goes. I'm not too disappointed in the gun at the moment. The handling seems right. Artillery finds the target. I know that's the second time there's 304s in the previous game as well. Maybe the turret is too weak on the top, that's why they favour you. I mean, the HT6 behind me, I would have presumed would have been an easier target for where he was stood, but the 304 favoured my T-150 for whatever reason. So I have to relocate and try to move somewhere different to see what if I can help the team. We are 3-1 up at the moment, so we're slightly winning. I'm still looking at that. I said that I think that the manoeuvrability surprised me quite a bit. I expected it to be a lot slower and a lot more lumbering. It seems to be quite quick. It's a heavy tank after all. I'm just checking to see what I can do. I didn't fire originally the T-67. Wait a second to get there. I didn't take the snapshot because I'm not too certain about the gun. I'm not so confident in it at the moment. I'm looking trying to see where the other tanks are, whether I'm going to take some side shots or not. The T-67 moves out in a second. There he goes. I missed the shot, I think. Oh no, I do actually hit him. That surprised me. And obviously, if you get a shot like that, you think a snapshot, it improves my confidence in the actual gun itself. Do that again. I look behind me, the OI's been taken care of by the rest of my team. We're 9-3 up, so the game's almost won. You could say, now I'm just trying to clear up, see where I can best use the heavy tank's armor to kill off the final targets. This gets a bit crazy. Auto aim on the Hellcat, he bounces against me. I see there's another tank coming towards me. But I want to knock out the Hellcat first and reverse. I get the second shot in the Hellcat, but I reverse into the wall, unfortunately, which allows the Type 58 to get a shot on me. At this point, I want to auto aim, but then I realised that the auto aim where I am would probably not damage him. I changed from the auto aim back to normal aim. I tried to kill the back of his tank. I'm trying to kill the engine, which I finally do. Because the T-150 seems to stand a bit higher, I'm not sure. The gun is probably higher. If I'd have hit him on auto aim, I'm not too sure whether it would have bounced off the middle of his tank. I didn't want to risk it, that's why I dropped off auto aim and went back to normal aim. Because I thought, because the gun's elevation, I should be able to get a good shot on the back of his engine case and set him on fire, which is the aim I wanted to do. Okay, game over. Let's look at the damage panel, the victory panel. As you can see, I went up from badge 3 to a badge 2, which was like quite happy with, basically, as long as I felt I improved. Kill 3, 1.3k damage, block by armor 515. I was top tier heavy, and I would say the T-150 did the job it's supposed to do. It was quicker than I thought it was. The snapshot on the T-67 impressed me. It surprised me as well, but it gave me confidence for the next battle. To be honest, it's like I felt good about the tank. So let's move into the next one. I did play 3 in a row. At the moment, I'm being lucky with the battle configuration that I went into, like tier 7, tier 6s. I haven't met a tier 8 battle yet. So, I'm saying that the third battle was a tier 8 game, which was interesting for me too, because it gives me the chance to see how well can I side scrape against tier 8 tanks. Like Tiger 1, I was going to face the T-29.
I live my life.
And of course the Tiger 2, Tiger 1.
I live my life the way that I
Decided where to go. After I'm going to the city, follow the rest of my heavies. Hopefully I can perform quite well. After Rumble, as I said, I'm quite impressed by the actual speed of the tank. I really thought it would be slower, but it seems quite quick. Maybe the KB3, KB4s will be slower. I hope not, because it's not too fast, it's not too slow, it's about the right speed for me. Of course, that's a personal preference. Some people would like it quicker everywhere. The IS-7 is probably the quickest heavy tank. I think it gets like, I think actually it is the quickest heavy tank. It's very maneuverable and you can get across the map quite quickly. So if you need to reset cap and things like that, it's very useful. Whereas the T-150 and the KB1, probably the KB3 and KB4 are slower. So you can't, if you're going to have to reset, you're going to have to set off early. You can't wait until the last moment. So I'm moving to the city. First I hang back a little bit. Wait a second, wait for the video. Just to see what else is going to come up, how else the battle is going to perform. quite a funny thing, just inside that little blue telephone box, it's all written in German and everything. I read the language, it's quite funny, and when I was sat there I thought, it's attention to detail sometimes, yeah, even the telephone box has a proper German on it, and or maybe Austrian, I don't know. Here I'm waiting to see whether any mediums or whatever spotters will try me down. I'm just basically sat waiting to see what the rest of my team will do. Whether I can get some snapshots and sticky shots in here where I'm looking through the side of the house. Checking the mini-map. You've only seen the T-150 is on the opposite side of the map, so I'm happy that I'm not going to have to take him directly. I'm waiting basically. The rest of my team, they're all clustered around me. Not much to see or do. I'll let the music play for a minute whilst we're waiting for something to happen. Basically, I'm just checking to see what the position is, whether the corner of the wall where I'm at, whether my hull is covered, do I need to readjust? The IS-3 moves forward. Of course, I want to support him. I don't want to leave him without any support, totally by himself. I don't like going down this road. It's TD Alley. Last time I played the KV1 RTWT, he hit me from the side. I spot the HT. My shot misses. I took one, took two. The position of my tank is terrible. I'm square onto them basically. I didn't see them before on the map as the IS-3 went past. Now I managed to get the angle better, though I blocked the shot from the Tiger, or HC, sorry, for a start. He started side straight, but his angle's not too good, and as you can see, I managed to block more and do damage to this tank. Which was good, I was glad. Like, as soon as I moved into the proper, better side scraping position, I felt more confident that the tank would survive a bit on it. I moved to the other side of the house. Looking at the HC position, the target behind him is being closed. Bad positioning by me. I took a shot I shouldn't have taken. I should have changed the angle and side scape from the other side. That was my positioning fault. You learn by your mistakes, hopefully. But as I said, I'm quite impressed by the tank so far. The maneuverability isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Now I'm trying to see if I can get any shots in on the mediums in the middle, which I do. I'm using the HT6 as cover, trying to cover my lower plate. I'm moving back just to make it more difficult for artillery. With the GW Panther. He probably one-shot me, I'm not too sure, but I'm going to risk it. I noticed there's an SD Emil down Tanker Alley. Just checking whether he needs support. I'm going to go back in a second to the middle. I don't know if I actually kill this. No, I don't. Aim time would have been. And I'm not too keen on taking snapshots. I'm waiting for a better aim, which eventually pays off. Aim time is one of the problems with tank. But so far, I think if you let it aim and wait your time, this did quite well. My angle is not very good, to be honest. I'm not aiming as I should do. But I think the 5-2 up, so the game is progressing quite well. This is where I go to help the email. No, sorry, here's the one where I get killed by the BBT. As I said, I'm not too keen about going down Tanker Alley there, TD Alley, and that's exactly what happens. Even though there's a tank right in front of me who didn't spot the TD sat behind the church, and I took the shot. I don't know why the WT didn't kill the Storia email. It's a bit strange to me. He was sat there for a good minute, 2 minutes before I went down there. Meant that the camouflage was too good on the Storia email, and the WT just didn't see him, even though the distance was shorter. But I took the brunt, so bye bye Paul. Okay, I'll let the music play out. You can watch the rest of the film. In fact, I might fade it out here and then wait for the results. Oh, sorry, yes, one thing I didn't know, I remember now why I left it running. For some unknown reason, my team, they missed so many shots. The T-29 especially, this T-29, I was quite shocked how badly he played. Auto aim is your friend. If you're not too sure about how to aim when you're in close quarters, I used to make the mistake of trying to aim myself most of the time, and with the 8-fact zoom, if you click onto 24 times zoom and you're in close quarters, you're probably going to miss. Okay, you see the way he popped peekaboo down the corner and missed his shot completely. If you'd have pre-aimed, pre-auto-aimed, then go around the corner, you'd have probably hit that. He takes a second shot on the side. He managed to hit, and then against the WT, I do not know why. Okay, he goes around the corner. It's just commentary on the game. It's like an interesting. If I watch games and see how they do, how badly. I do not know why the WT did take a bounce. I remember missing a bounce, original bounce, but the WT shoots a different target and leaves the T-29 completely. Let's just watch the T-29. Where was the inside? I've no idea, that shot was like miles to the side. You can see by the position of his gun, he wasn't even aiming at the target. Maybe he had lag, I don't know, but I just thought, oh, OMG. Yeah. Learn to aim. I wrote in chat, I'm so shocked that he didn't manage to actually hit the target from the shot. I know how it is. I'm not saying that, hey, I'm so brilliant, I never get the bomb wrong. You've seen against the Hellcat, the Type 58 in the last game. It's not always perfect. I understand the difference. The difficulties are when you're close quarter combat, like, you know, facing face to face in some of the tanks. For the shot, I don't know how he missed it. I really don't. So then we move on to the Tiger 2, who didn't very little during the match. I think he was asleep, but that's why I checked. And then the WT against a Churchill, he misses 3 shots. Of course, I can't see what his reticle can see. I don't know how well the Churchill concealed is, but he takes 3 shots. And actually, I think he's quite well. He's aiming in. He seems to be aiming in. The Churchill hits him, but he didn't kill the Churchill. He took 3 shots. So one of those games is 10-9, and it's going to be close. We should have when we were 6-1 or 5-2 up or something at the start, and now it's very close. Artillery's ranging in on him. He finally hits the Churchill. As I was watching this, the game play out, I was quite shocked how many times my fellow tankers actually miss their targets, miss their shots. It's frustrating. I'm not a perfect player, I'm not the best player, but sometimes I think, oh my god, as we all do. I'd like to have won this game. It would have been a nice feeling for me and my T-150 to win the first 2 games, and I have to rely on my team at this moment. Okay, it's up to 13-9, so we're probably going to win. The SU-101 and the Challenger's finally moved out of his camp overwatch position, so like he was a overwatch on base. I don't know why. If he had looked at the minimap and realised where the WT was, he would have realised he probably couldn't get a shot from there. If he'd have known the way the houses are set up and everything, he should have known that he wouldn't have got a shot from where he stopped on the corner. There's too many buildings in the way. So he finally moves on. Another point is, I know he's only on low health, but you can see the WT is against the other WT, and sometimes I think they are too cautious. It's a 50-50 chance of which WT wins. The challenger misses for a shot. But if the challenger would be a little bit quicker, it might be the difference between killing the tank or not. And if it's, okay, we're at 14-9, we'd have probably won anyway. But at some point in the game, if it's very close, and the challenger, whoever's running it, playing it, takes 2 seconds longer to do something, it could be the game, win or loss of the game. Anyway, so let's look at the results screen. A victory, lucky victory. Batch number 2. I didn't do anything special in the game. I did feel I was quite happy. Felt more confident in the T-150 after 3 games. It can bounce, side scrape. The aiming time is a bit slow, but it does seem to be quite accurate if you give it time to aim. So I'm hoping for a good few. I'm going to take another 50 or 60 battles. I had a look at the challenger's stats. I was looking at, wow, so much purple, and then how come he's only 41%? What's happening here? And then I changed it around to the tiers and noticed that up to tier 3 he was wonderful, and then after tier 3 it got really bad. For some reason he changed the German line. Don't know why he was so bad. But anyway, back to T-150. I'm feeling quite confident about it. It seems to be probably a good little tank to play, and I will report again next time and once I've played a few more games. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. There'll be a final point in a second. Or one more, just checking, wait a second. Did I go in for a 4th battle? Oh, I don't know. No, that'll be too long. Okay, I'll stop the video here.
Check it out, y'all. Yo, I don't stop. All